Good morning. Welcome to another edition of Walkthrough Wednesdays with Ingman Marine. Today we have something that's going to be a real surpriser for you. If you're not familiar with a lot of the boats, at Ingman we carry 12 lines of boats that are all powered by Yamaha engines. But at the end of the day, you see new models that come along and catch your eye. This happens to be one of them. This is actually a 269 Stingray. Don't have a lot of popularity. They're more lake boats and up north, but this really fits all the qualifications for our saltwater uses. As you can see in the back here, they have this nice sea-decked area in the back with twin motors. It's a whole deck back here. If you were doing any diving, swimming, going to the beach, anything like that, is completely friendly for getting up in. There's a boarding ladder on the side over here. It comes back in. You have a seating for people. As you can see, it has a ski bar for actually pulling skiers, and you actually can watch them from your back seats here. You have benches. But not only is it a bench seat, but underneath that bench seat, they have quite the insulated cooler area under here. It could be for dry storage, or you could actually be insulated. You could put ice or what have you in there, enough for feed the whole family for the day as far as drinks. As you board onto it, you can actually see this is our onboard charger for the not shore power, but actually charging your batteries up. And once you come out of the water, you want to rinse the salt off. It has a very nice little shower option right here, so you can actually clean the salt off, keep it off your boat. Along with that, if you are at the beach, you're waist deep of water, you want to adjust the radio, they actually put a radio gauge back here. And once again, coming on through the boat, as it gets a little bit later in the day, maybe the winds are kicking up, you want a little security, maybe you brought your dogs along, you want to close them out, you actually can do this, and that way you have an isolated cockpit for safety reasons. Coming up, we have a very nice fish box on the floor here, which once again will be insulated. Could be used for storage, could be used for a lot of things, but that's the nice option of actually having it. The storage on this boat is just incredible. And not only that, for the features, you actually have a small live well over here to the side, which is more than ample if you were offshore fishing for your pinfish or crabs or whatever you may use. Nice big bench seat across the back, which actually has a holder for a table. So you could actually have a table for your seating area right here for the good little lunch you want to have. Then on top of that, if that wasn't enough, the functionality is just as well. We look down in our compartment area, very easy to get to bilge pumps. We have our 4 battery system. We have our clean out, or actually the freshwater, saltwater separators. It's first line defense between your motors and your gas tank. Everything's right there. It doesn't get any easier if you had to do any repairs. And plus, if you do have to take it to the shop, it's going to be a lot less because of the accessibility of everything on it. Have ample storage under both seats. There's actually a cooler that actually retracts out of the bottom here. And it's another, like I say, a very nice cooler, keeps ice for many, many days. And of course, on the water for those everyday options, you have a little side cooler here if you want to keep your little close drinks chilled, so forth like that, or wash out, even like a sink area. But if that wasn't enough, we're going to go ahead and add the sink to it as well. It comes off your fresh water supply. You have a tank that keeps fresh water in it. Just really a lot of things well thought out in this boat. Coming across up into our cockpit area, as you can see, it's as comfortable for the passenger as it is for the captain. Coming across, it's all with our Yamaha Helmmaster digital twin throttles, which actually work out really nice. A very easily ergonomically laid out switch panel right here for all your needs, all the way from the horn all the way through the lights and everything else. We go with a fusion radio in these, which is actually a Garmin product, which actually blends right into the Helmmaster products on the Yamaha. It's very good. Once again, your CL5 gauge, and it leaves you plenty of room to put whatever electronics you'd want up here. You could go all out on it, and like sky would be the limit on it. On your seats, if you want to do the sit-up thing, or actually the seating, the seats are several different directions. They have a slide back forward. There's actually no way you couldn't be comfortable in this boat at one place or another. Then we'll get into our little head area. When I say little, that's not a very, look at the room in there. You can actually stand up upright in that. It has a nice sink. Everything, like I say, once again, they thought about everything. At the same time, having that much area underneath, but yet it does not take up any of your actual usable area. And if that wasn't enough for storage, we'll come down in our floor area. And this is just amazing how much actual room you have down there. As you can see on the back here is for your fresh water tank. It's about a 25-gallon water tank, so you can carry a lot of fresh water for your anything you need to do to rinse off salt and so forth. And yet another storage area coming across on the side here. And once again, that's actually large enough to get into if you actually had really inclement weather, but the storage just never ends on this boat. It's really, really well thought out and amazing. If you would have some really bad weather, once again, just like the back door, you can actually close your area off, pull the windshield across, put your isinglass down, and you'd actually have a completely encapsulated compartment area. Coming up front, more luxurious seating. And actually the storage in these is just incredible. Comes across on both sides for your creature comforts. Went little armrest. They thought of everything. Even up here by the speakers, you have extra drink holders, and actually your plug-ins, your USB double plug-ins on each side. Enough in this boat to keep everybody happy. Coming to frost, of course, if you're fishing up front, there's a small live well at the front. And coming up in here, your spacious anchor compartment, which actually has controls for your windlass right up here on the front, so there's no danger of any of your fingers getting in the way or anything. This, even with the handrails to hold on to as you're fishing, if you look around it with a nice hard top to stay out of the sun, this Stingray is really a very, very nice boat. I'd strongly urge you, if you come to Ingman Marine, come check one of these out, because it's you'll be quite shocked and amazed, as I was, and in a good way. Thank you.